what the perception was that we were sitting in a group chat and she was the focus every day, all day. And all y'all did, or nope, not y'all, you. All you did was talk about her, talk about her, talk about her, talk about her, talk about her. And I either encouraged it, laughed at it, and even if I didn't, like, she was just our focus. And the reality of it was there may have been, how many conversations would you say, truthfully, that involved her?
Not many.
Outside of, hold on, wait. Outside of whatever she may have been talking about on her platform that day.
Not many.
Right. And it usually was triggered by something that you saw, felt was some fuck shit that she said on her platform. That's how it always came about. It was never just on no Tuesday morning. Right. You never just came in a group chat on a Tuesday morning and said, let me tell y'all how much I hate T.
Yeah.
That's just not how it went. So I made the choice to say nothing. As a matter of fact, I begged my friend to talk to me off the app. I don't give a fuck about these people. I give a fuck about you. Their opinion of
when so you did initiate, because I used to encourage you to talk to T. I'm like, I think you should tell her how you feel. So you did initiate, you did attempt to make that happen.
What? To talk to her?
Yeah.
A couple times, yeah, I did. And it didn't work out. So what, and I'll admit this, she can say I shut down because I did. I absolutely did. I did shut down.
So how are you guys going to communicate?
At that point, excuse me. At that point, I wasn't as concerned because I felt like every other friendship I have, maybe we just some space and we'll be okay.
Uh-huh.
We'll be okay. We just take some time apart. We'll be cool. Right now, I'm still figuring some shit out. I got some shit going on over here. I'm in a foreign country. My child is still here in the U.S. There's a lot going on. So that was not my priority.
Back then is the point but you made me a priority is what tea time issue was back then, remember?
She was
pretty much like, okay, yeah, you was doing this, you was doing that, you had this, you had that, but you had time for HB. Out of all people, you made time for HB. And I don't think even she didn't even know that our friendship was as strong as it was either until we had that group call. So I think that her thing was you had all this time for HB. I definitely feel like it was something more. A lot of people feel like I was the downfall to y'all friendship, and I don't believe that. I don't give a damn. Like I said, I came in and it was friction. It did look good on the outside. It looked real good. But when I came in and I seen it, I was like, nah, I can't be the problem because there was already an issue.
I will say this to her credit. Today, what she said, or what I heard her say was accurate. That she owned, or now she owns that she's not always been a good friend. She does have an issue, or had an issue with reciprocating what she was getting from her friends. She was receiving everything that she needed, but wasn't giving much of anything back.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's there now. Okay, cool. In May, when I'm trying to talk to my friend, she would not give space for that conversation to happen. And I won't go into any more detail other than that. So I and anybody that know me off this app know I say this all the time. I don't force myself on nobody.
I got a question.
I
got a question.
What's up?
Do you think that this right here with me and you is the right conversation to be had? Or it should be you and Tea Time and Alive having, you feel what I'm saying? Because I think I have a little bit of something to do with it. Like I can bring clarity to a little bit of things. But I think the bigger picture and the bigger answer and the clarity, because there's something still there. Like even when I heard that y'all was in the same panel together and whatever, I'm like, but did they make their situation right? And apparently not, because you still feel some type of way. Whatever she said today, whether it was the slightest or a big deal, you truly upset. You visibly upset. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do you feel like this conversation right now need to be had between? I remember y'all attempting to do it before, but it was like blindsided. It was out the blue. Remember when the whole situation where everybody was making amends? Do you not feel like this something that y'all need to be having right now on a live, you and her?
Nope.
Why not?
For what? For what?
For clarity, because it seems like that's what's needed.
See, this is what y'all don't know. I've had the conversation with her. I did. Off the app.
Since the last time that you were on the panel? Okay. And that didn't go well, I'm assuming.
No, I'm not going to say that the conversation didn't go well. What I will say is, again, I'm almost mad at myself for doing this now because I don't explain shit to people. But I am so sick. I really am sick and tired of my name being mentioned when it comes to good or bad friendship relationship.
Oh, yeah, okay, like an example regarding friendships. You don't want y'all's friendship to be an example. Okay. Got it.
So I can be cordial to anyone. Hell, you and me just halfway got into it because you said that I looked dumb when I went up and live defending $2, knowing, all that me and $2 done been through. And I told you then.
It did look kind of crazy. Steph, I'm going to keep it real.
And that's fine. That's how you felt about it. But I'm going to stand on what I said.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm going to stand on what I said, $2. That could have been anybody. That could have been any female. What that motherfucker said was predatory, period.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. That's all it was for me, is what he said, not who he said it to. I could give a fuck less who was involved. Well, you know what I mean. Who the female was. What came out that nigga's mouth was predatory.
Franchise, don't give me your big bore. Sorry.
What?
I was talking to Franchise.
Oh. So no, if anyone is done wrong is wrong, right is right. And for a predator to say predatory shit about a woman, even a woman that I wouldn't piss on if she was on fire, it's wrong. Mm-hmm. It's wrong. He's a predator, period. So I don't get hung up in who it is. Yeah, I can pick and choose. We all pick and choose. But some stuff is just too blatant. It's just too in your face. I just
You are angry.
You have no idea.
Coming from that little ass head. You are really
physically shaking right now.
So why not talk about it? It's something that's missing, Chef. It is. Are you hurt by Tea Time at all?
Absolutely.
But why?
I'm not going into the details. I'm just not.
Have you went into the details with her?
They don't deserve that from me. I'm not giving them that. I don't owe them that. It may have all played out on here. See, but again, that goes back to who I am and what I'm about.
Do you see when you initiate something on here, how at that point it kind of just got to happen right here because you're here? You said you already tried the back end thing or whatever the case may be. I'm not even being messy HB right now, but yeah, it came here. You reached out to me. It started up right here. So you see how like they would press for whatever. Because after this, if the reason that if the reason that you truly upset right now, Chef, doesn't come out right now, they're gonna assume you're gonna look crazy after this. Like, I'm just being honest, because they're like, what was the purpose of that live? What was the purpose? So put him on the wood.
I stated why I'm upset. Clearly, I'm hurt. When you use me as an example,
I want to say my opinion too, y'all.
what?
Okay, perfect. While she's reading that message, and Chef's probably going to hit me, HB's probably going to hit me. So y'all know this was all before me, right? But what I've talked to all of these people, like I've literally talked to all three of these people, so I can see all of their perspectives. So what I gather is Chef doesn't, like when I've talked to Chef and asked her to have conversations with people, she doesn't care to have a conversation with HB. What HB did is nothing. Chef is hurt by Tea Time. That's the hardest bridge that I've tried to amend. Like Tea Time.
But they're trying to understand what is causing her to be hurt by Tea Time.
Because I can tell you that. I can tell you that, Chef. I don't know if I'm allowed.
You can't. You can tell us, Braid. You shouldn't be able to tell us, but go ahead, tell us.
So what?
Give it. Spill it.
Sorry, Chef, I know it's not going to piss you off because I'm not going to say too much, but this is what Chef is mad about with the Tea Time. Let's just go ahead and do this. So Chef is mad at Tea Time for the aspect of that she even began to believe whatever lies you were saying about her. That's what her problem is. It's like she didn't give her a chance to explain whatever happened. She just was basically...
You did not hear Chef said there was a problem prior to me even coming into her world?
No,
it's bigger than me, baby.
Oh,
like I said, I believe I was the dust on the top, but it's bigger than me.
So y'all are deep with it. Okay, so that problem is... I'm not going to speak to that one. They can talk about that.
Braid is 60% accurate. It is more so. It's not only the fact that it was halfway believed, but even in the I guess you want to call the attempt to reconcile. When I went on her platform that day, which I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't remember shit because I was high as Cooter Brown. It was so fake and performative. I came up there and she was playing that song, Friends, something from Waiting to Exhale. And I'm just like, what the heck? Are you serious right now? Like, I felt like that, like you are now making a mockery of our friendship. 'Cause what?
I remember that.
Yo, that shit almost broke me. Not just in that moment.
Wait, are you talking about a couple months ago when you came up on her live that one time?
Yes, everybody was making a mess. That's when she made up with Nosy.
No, but wait, I feel like I was there that live. And that was before I was even deep in it. I feel like she was, from that energy that I got from that tea, and y'all might not like this, but
I know that's what she told me, Braid. We've talked about that. She explained to me. Let me motherfucking finish.
Damn, I was in the middle of the
Explain to me, Braid. She did definitely explain to me that all these people were making up. It was a beautiful thing. She missed her sister. She was like, I gotta get this. I gotta fix this. Like everybody, people that you never thought would be in a panel together that was squashing differences and letting shit go was making that shit happen. And that's when she sent for me because she wanted things with her. She wanted us to be us again. Okay, I get that. But from the very beginning, when I'm telling you from the beginning, I don't want to do this here. And it's just like, fuck what I feel. Fuck how I would like to approach it. Even if, how about let's fix it on the back end, get solid again, and then if you want to have this big dramatic moment, we can have this big dramatic moment. But to have this, see, that shit that was going on with Nosy, Diamond, and whoever else, That shit is surface to me. What, that shit ain't real.
I can agree with that, Chef. That was the wrong way to go about that.
You can't compare us to that. And if you are comparing us to that, oh, okay, now I know where I really sat with you then. Like, that to me was a slap in my face and in the face of what I thought our friendship was. Because all that shit was surface bullshit. So, no, that wasn't it.
For the person in the comments saying T is saying that Chef didn't have to come over there. Chef didn't know what was going on when she
but you bitches can't. So I am going to scram before everybody in this bitch get cussed out. Y'all can have fun. I was just saying my opinion because everybody else was. So Chef, you're saying that's not in. You didn't even let me say my opinion.
No. Go ahead. I know. I wanted to finish what I was saying, just like you finish on your platform. I just wanted to finish what I was saying.
Like I said, for the person in the comments that's saying T said Chef didn't have to come over there. Chef didn't know what she was coming into.
I had no clue. Yeah, she texted me, but I didn't know what was going on the platform. I had no idea what had happened prior to me hitting that request button. Not a fucking clue. So, no. Chef didn't know. Chef was on her bed, minding her get smoke. Listen, I was so far beyond. I wasn't even on the app. This is why I don't explain shit. This is why I don't clear shit up. Because the more you explain, the more it's never enough. This is precisely why. Y'all say I was in love with HB? Okay. Y'all say I fucked Trev? Okay. What, I done had all the pickles and pinatas of TikTok? Okay. Whatever you want to say, okay. Because for what? I made it clear. The only people that get my transparency, which comes with my explanation to make sure that things are good, are people I give a fuck about. So if I explain myself to you on the back end, you know I give a fuck about you. Because I want to make sure that things are good between us.
They're asking in the comments, Chef, what was said today that made you flip? You guys, we were streaming T's live and AJ's live, and Tea Time used her and Chef's friendship as an example of something. I don't even remember. I don't remember. And I guess it triggered Chef. I will say that it wasn't a big example. That's why I feel like
it was. You don't ever know what's going to trigger a person.
Right.
And that shit just took me from 0 to a bazillion. Just like that.
That's why I feel like you said 60% of the reason that y'all fell out is because she believed what I said. But that 40% is what you're not telling the people. And that's what's causing a lot of confusion. And I know you're saying you don't need to do it on here, but you're on here addressing the issue with the friendship. So to me, it's like you may as well. It's important that they know what this 40% is, because that would probably make more sense to the people. Because for people thinking that I'm the reason, I'm not. The issue already existed. Chef felt like she couldn't be herself. It is certain things that you did open up to me about that Tea Time was confused about. And she was just like, well, why didn't you tell me that? You wasn't comfortable. You didn't feel like you had that type of, you know what I mean? That, I don't know, the judgment and all that stuff. You felt like she bring everything to the app eventually. She had an issue with you dating her friend. You didn't understand that.
That's it. That's all. That's all
right there.
That was the issue. Everything eventually came to this fucking app.
Yeah.
That was my issue. That was my underlining issue. When I saw the little bit that I did tell, the little bit that I did confide in you when it came to whether it was my relationship, my sexuality, whatever it was, which she didn't scratch the sexuality part. It all somehow managed to be talked about on the app. Even if y'all didn't always know, I knew. That's a problem for me. I'm a liar, and yet you're here in my platform, bitch. Welcome.
So with your recent visits back to Tea Time Space, what was that about? Because you felt this way too then, right?
Again, being cordial, I can do. I broke my own rule because I promised myself there were certain things I wouldn't do, certain places I wouldn't go. I don't remember the first time I went over there. I really don't. I have to go back and look because I know blogs got it. I honestly do not remember. But we're not friends. We're not friends anymore.
Okay.
Y'all have been asking me this for months, so I'm giving you that today. We are not friends anymore.
Okay.
Does not mean, so when y'all break up with a person, what you feel for that person just instantly goes away?
No, it doesn't, unless it wasn't real to begin with. No.
That part. I started this by saying the word friend is sacred to me. Mm-hmm. I have never fallen out with anybody I called my friend. I am still friends with them. 30 plus years, still friends with them. Matter of fact, everyone that I call my friend today, all 4 of them now, got 15 years plus with me. Every last one of them. So when I tell you that is not a word that I use loosely, it's not.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way. When it comes to this app, platforms, especially if you are a full-time content creator, it is your money. And there are things that some people can do on a platform that you know is 100% performative. And there are some things that people do on their platform is informational. You're going to learn something from it.
I have a question. Okay. And then, like I said, like you told me, stop me if I'm wrong about anything or whatnot. Before I came into the picture, there was already a problem regarding you and Tea Time or whatever. There was already some type of friction or whatever regarding you and Tea Time.
Let's just call it friction. I'm not going to say it was a problem.
It wasn't a problem. Yeah.
It had to become a problem because I stopped telling her things. So the problem, I fixed that problem because I stopped telling you things. And by you, I mean Tea.
Yeah, Tea Time. So I know that Navi's situation was one. Navi's her friend.
Leave. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else.
So no, we don't have nothing to do with him, that was one of the issues.
I'm not fixing to do that.
Okay, we'll leave Navi out. But okay, that was one of the issues. The other issue was how things would take place on the front end when it came to her panel, how y'all hosting, you and Crown co-hosting her lives and stuff like that. I remember you expressing to me how she truly disagrees with one thing, but she'll sit on the panel and play neutral to stay in a safe space with all the other creators, but you're up there fighting. You and Crown look like the bad guy. Y'all look like the bitter bitches or whatever the case may be. right? And y'all are being judged for that. I think people expressed that to you last week too. Like when you was in T's live, you was monstrous, but in your own space, you were very pleasant.
I heard that repeatedly. I didn't like you when you was on T's live, and that was some T will tell you. She just said it the other day. Yeah, I was her guard dog. See, she didn't tell. She's saying it now. She didn't say that then. And again, for me, that goes back to part of the problem. Because
and that was something that I didn't know that you were uncomfortable with. And I used to ask you, why go? Why do it? Like, because we have freedom of, we have a choice, right? So I used to ask, like, why go? Why do it?
You're right.
You know,
because I didn't care if people didn't like me. I didn't care. So the whole platform thing, this was not a dream of mine. This was not a goal of mine. It just happened. It just happened. And okay, I'm able to do it. I'm making a little money with it. Okay, let's keep it going. But this was not something that I was really putting a lot of effort into. Not like what I mean, really think about it. I mean, my platform, just like it is now, was sporadic as hell. One day we was doing this, one day we was doing that, one day, like I didn't have one of those platforms where you knew we go to this platform and it's gonna be this, or this. No, my platform was whatever the fuck I felt like doing that day.
So when you said that you kept a lot of stuff from Tea Time, because you was an open book to me. You I'm talking about, and I liked it. To a certain extent, yeah, you were. I feel like you opened up with me pretty quickly, pretty smoothly. Did you feel like you couldn't trust T?
No.
Then why didn't you open up to her the way you opened up to me?
Again, it's if I show you, or if you show me that what I give you can't stay with you, I just won't give that to you.
That's somebody that don't trust somebody then.
I'm not going to, no, trust is more than one dimensional. It's when it comes to the platform. That was the issue. Outside,
I felt like she would bring it out onto the platform.
Yes, outside of the platform, there were no problems. But then when I look back on what our friendship was, it was 80% platform. So that was, I have to take some ownership in that.
Did you feel like T would judge you based? Did you feel like T would judge you based on the things that you felt like your lifestyle?
Those things that I even thought about. I don't know.
Because I think she was shocked by a lot of the stuff regarding the Discord. She was shocked. Now I want to use the word disgusted, but she just didn't know that side of you. She knew you was open when it came to like, you know how you were very flirtatious and open like that on the app. But I think a lot of that other side kind of shocked her. And I remember you expressing something like, that's how I knew I couldn't be that with you. Did you feel like she would be judgmental?
Yeah. When it came to certain aspects, but not just with everything, no.
Mm-hmm. I knew we do have certain friends for everything. I'm not going to lie. We got friends that's
like
we got the praying friend. We got purpose. Yeah, I agree. So
like I said, and that's why I'm saying trust. That's a huge word to just say I didn't trust her. Absolutely no. She wouldn't have been in my house if I didn't trust her. She would have known my child. No, that's too broad. No. Like you said, certain friends are for certain things. And she was teaching me where she needed to be within my life. And I will say that I don't anymore, but I definitely had that where when a person came to me, you came to me on 100. You're the only person that can knock down that 100 to a 0. I come into my relationships, even friendships, all in. And that was on me because I should make people earn me. And I didn't. I'm 47 years old and I'm still learning life. I'm still learning shit. So that was me. I can't blame her for that. That was me. But I best believe I've learned that now. So, I mean,
But what do you want to come from this then,
That's
Chef?
what I literally just asked myself.
Yeah.
That is what I literally just asked myself.
I think it's what I said, and you don't want to admit to it. I think
Yes,
that
I'm
you
47.
do want some. I think you do want some clarity. I do. Because you ain't doing this shit for nothing. You down? I mean, because everybody's going to be asking, like, what was the purpose of this live? You're not doing this for nothing, Chef. You desire something from
I
tea
was-
time, and I don't know how you expect myself, the viewers, or her to even know that if you won't say it.
That is a
Just
fair,
be wrong.
that is a fair statement, but my words are purposeful. I'm not one to I didn't mean that. No, if I said it, I meant it. So I'm not just going to answer a question for you just because you asked, or for anybody when I haven't even answered it for myself completely. So I can't answer that question. I don't know. I'm telling you, I went from 0 to 8 million in an.
Do you want proper closure?
What is that?
Proper closure would be honesty, transparency, some type of compromise where you guys compromised in regards to her using y'all's friendship as an example and bringing that up in situations like her live earlier, some type of comprehension.
I just missed HB. Oh, so
But you don't know. But you don't know if she said that because we don't know that though. We're not in that live though.
So that's what this
That's
is.
a fake page. Don't focus on that. So I think that you are desiring proper closure. I think you design proper closure. And that's what I said, transparency. Y'all to compromise, y'all to set some boundaries like, hey, T, when it comes to our old friendship, please don't use that as an example, whatever the case may be. I think that's what you desire. And that's going to require a conversation. So I think this right here is something, thank you, Ricey. I think that's something that you guys need to do. And because you already initiated it on the front end, hell, y'all might as well duke it out. I don't think I'm the bitch that need to be up here. I think I'm the problem. I'm part of the problem. You just said I'm damn near 50% of the problem. What's this? Like, this don't look right for me. I'm just being honest. Unless you wanted me to bring some clarity on some things that was said back then.
Let's call a spade a spade. You knew what you were doing when you were taking the things that were happening in the Discord, and of all the creators you could have sent it to, you sent it to T. Let's not act like that was just happenstance.
I did that deliberately. I was supposed to.
Correct.
I had an issue.
So you are part of the problem in that you were
a huge part. I just said that 60%.
Yeah, right.
You just said.
So I mean, shit. It's a lot of that shit.
But why am I the only person here though? You dig what I'm saying? Like, if this was your old friend and you cared about her, why am I the only person
Because
here?
you know what? Where have you used me as an example since I've been back?
What you mean been back? Like, I'm done. I was done.
Where have you even said anything about me since I've been back?
I don't know. I don't say anything negatively about you anymore. Unless I'm like clowning. I was done. When I did Doomsday, I was done. My point was made. I was done.
So that's what I'm like. It just, clearly I still have an issue. And as we say on this, on
you
this
do.
app, I'm not denying.
And not even with me though.
You know what?
I'm the person who did
they have an issue with you. I've said from the beginning.
I know, but I think that's what's causing confusion.
No, but HB, I said on my live when you were up in the panel the last time, I ain't mad at HB. I ain't never been mad at HB. HB did what I knew HB would eventually do.
Got it.
I just never expected my friend to believe it.
Got it. So I have a question. When your friend found out how close me and you got, how do you expect her not to believe it? Being that you was this whole other being, this whole other person she never knew you to even be. From the freaky shit,
That is an excellent question. I feel like that's where you really have to ask yourself, damn, wait a minute. Am I tripping? Because that's what I would have done. If my friend, if I'm finding things out from other people about my friend, then I'm like, wait a minute. Why didn't she feel comfortable enough to tell me? Like, why wouldn't she tell me that? Like, wait a minute. Why? Yeah, I'm going to question myself a little. That's how I do. I question myself first.
Yes, you have to, because let me tell you something, Chef. I don't fuck with T. You know, I hate her guts, but I know how to turn off messy shit, and I know how to keep it real. Somebody go over there talking about me, yeah, she gonna be biased as fuck. I ain't got to do that. I'm gonna be really, really real and raw with you right now. How on earth did you expect her not to believe me? And you have opened up more with me in this short time frame than you have with her, and y'all been friends all this long time.
Because in the same sentence that she was believing you, she was calling you a liar when it came to stuff that had to do with her.
But when she started asking for proof too, though, I was providing that shit. Incredible witnesses was coming up like Scoob and others and shit like that didn't have a problem with you. You get what I'm saying?
Again, y'all are not listening. I said clearly.
You even came up and slightly confessed.
Hold on, HB, because again, this is what you don't know. What y'all don't. Well, I said it, but let me remind you of what I said.
Okay.
She would not even give space for me to have that conversation with her after the fact.
Okay. Oh, you on the back?
I don't force myself on anybody.
Okay.
So if you believe it, cool. Okay. If I'm trying to have the conversation, I'm trying to, and you're not, and you can't even tell me, you know what, I need some, or I wanna, or what I was getting from her at that moment, 100% was, I'm done with you. So I backed all the way the fuck off. There was nothing else to talk about after that.
Do you not want to talk to her now? Because it seemed like that's what needs to happen. Like I just said, proper closure is something that
if I wanted to talk to her right now, I would be in her live, or she would be in mine. In this moment, that's not what I want.
Proper closure is not what you want.
That's not what I said. You're not going to manipulate this. What I'm saying, what I said.
I'm just trying to get clarity.
No, that's not me saying I don't want proper closure. Again, my words are purposeful. I said in this moment, no, that is not what I want. If I did, I would be over there or she would be over here. In this moment, no.
Okay, so can you tell us what you want in this moment? Or are you just unsure? Because this is what I mean by proper closure, Chef. It's setting boundaries, right? Tea time. I appreciate if you don't use our old friendship as examples. I appreciate if you don't bring up anything regarding our past. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Can we have some type of transparency? Can we exchange some apologies? Can we make some?
You're making the assumption that conversation didn't already happen.
Oh. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
That's my point. I'm not going into the details. But y'all, you're making assumptions that didn't happen.
Okay.
So right here, right now, I'm trying to figure it out even for myself, because there has been shit that was done that was not supposed to be.
So they said you're just venting. So that's
for me, that's what this was, a vent.
Okay, got it. Okay.
I wasn't trying to clear up what people were confused about.
So okay, hold